2,000 years ago, one building held more knowledge than the rest of the world combined. 500,000 scrolls. Every science, every language, every secret humanity had ever written down. And then it vanished so completely that we still argue about what destroyed it. This is the story of the Library of Alexandria, and the greatest loss of knowledge in human history. After Alexander the Great died, his general Ptolemy seized Egypt and dreamed of something no conqueror had attempted before. Instead of collecting gold, he would collect ideas. Around 300 BC, he began building a temple to knowledge itself in the new city of Alexandria, and he gave his librarians a mission that sounds like madness: acquire a copy of every book in the world. They took that mission literally. Every ship that docked in Alexandria was searched, and any scrolls on board were confiscated and copied. The owners got the copies back. The library kept the originals. Agents were sent across the Mediterranean with orders to buy, borrow, or trick their way into every collection they could find. At its peak, the library may have held over 400,000 scrolls. The building attracted the greatest minds alive. Eratosthenes calculated the circumference of the Earth using shadows and geometry, and he was off by only a few percent. Aristarchus proposed that the Earth orbits the Sun, 17 centuries before Copernicus. Herophilus mapped the human nervous system. Euclid wrote the geometry textbook that schools still follow today. All of it happened here. So what destroyed it? The most famous suspect is Julius Caesar. In 48 BC, trapped in Alexandria during a civil war, he set fire to the enemy fleet in the harbor. The flames spread to the docks and, according to ancient writers, burned tens of thousands of scrolls. But here is the strange part: the library itself survived. Scholars kept working there for centuries afterward. The truth is less dramatic and far more unsettling. The library did not die in one great fire. It bled to death slowly. Budgets were cut. Scholars were expelled in political purges. The daughter library at the Serapeum was demolished by a mob in 391 AD. Each generation lost a little more, until one day there was simply nothing left to lose. Think about what was on those shelves. The complete works of Sappho, of which we now have fragments. Over 100 plays by Sophocles, of which 7 survive. Babylonian star records stretching back centuries. Medical knowledge, engineering, entire sciences that had to be rediscovered 1,000 years later. Some historians believe the loss set civilization back by centuries. In 2002, Egypt opened the BibliotechaAlexandrina near the ancient site, a vast modern library built as a monument to what was lost. But the real lesson of Alexandria is not about fire or war. Knowledge does not usually die in a single catastrophe. It dies when people stop defending it, one budget cut, one purge, one indifferent generation at a time. And that raises an uncomfortable question. Today we hold more knowledge than the ancients could have imagined, stored on servers instead of scrolls. We assume it is permanent. So did they. If this story made you think, subscribe for more forgotten history, and tell me in the comments, what knowledge do you think our civilization is quietly losing right now?